Hello everybody, how are you today? It's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. I hope that you guys are doing awesome. Quite happy to be with you as always, and a little nerve-wracking because when it's time to do paper pumpkin alternates and I don't know what I'm gonna do and I'm filming a video not knowing what I'm gonna do, it's a little scary to me because for most of the time that I do videos, I've already created a project. And then I'm just showing you how to make the project. So it's a little scary when I'm creating projects and I don't know what I'm doing and the video is recording. So bear with me today if there's some little pauses or, you know, second guessing on my part because I'm literally creating with you on the fly. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do the announcements and then we will work through everything else. So free shipping started yesterday and it goes through Friday. So that means any order in my online store of $75 or more, you get free shipping. What do I recommend you buy? Party, banner, and alphabet. I recommend that highly. It's a more expensive bundle. So when you purchase that bundle, you're going to get already 11% back because you're not going to pay that in shipping. And then you're going to also get 10% back for your next order. So that's what I highly recommend that you buy. Take advantage of this free shipping and stack up on cardstock, adhesive, things like that. But it just has to be $75 or more. So go to my online store and shop. If you need detailed suggestions, reach out to me on my email. It's Kelly, Kelli, at inkyhandswarmhearts.com. All right, I think that's it for that. Let's keep on keeping on. August 2nd is the next card fiesta. Let me know if you can come. I am kind of starting to need to get earlier confirmation so that I know what's happening. But anyway, yeah, August 2nd. So if you are local to me and you want to come to a Mexican restaurant, eat Mexican food, and make cards, this is the event for you. If you have any questions, you can go to my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. You're going to click on events and then local events, and all of the information on Card Fiesta is found there for you. Inky Hands Crew membership. Again, my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. Click on memberships in the menu and all the information on the membership is there. Literally, you get 6 projects a month, basically a class. It's $7.99 for the month. You get videos and you can make your projects with your own supplies. So it's a really inexpensive way to get a class every month. So I would hope that you would join us and become a member of the crew. It is just my way of saying thank you to those who support me. A lot of people are in other countries that follow me or they're demonstrators and they don't purchase from me. And this is a way that they can say thank you to me at a very low cost of $8, like literally the price of a cup of Starbucks coffee. And that's all I have to say about that. So if you need more information, check it out. The crew is in the comments. I'm sure they're going to be telling you how awesome it is because it really is an awesome deal. Farmhouse Florals. Paper pumpkin for the month of August. So you have until the 10th of August to sign up and then you will get your kit shipped out on the 11th. So very, very fun and exciting. This one's going to be pretty awesome. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Of course, I say that about every kit because they just keep getting better. That's really all I have to say about that because it's the honest to God truth. They just keep getting better and I don't know how they do it, but they do. And if you haven't gotten the add-on, very cool add-on. You have the circle die, the leaf, the little flower, the top to the strawberry and the strawberry, and then they gave you a cap to turn the strawberry into an acorn, which I think is awesome. You have the little seeds for the strawberry and then the word hello. 9 dies for $12, guys. 9 dies for $12. Go get it. It is so cool. And then kids collection, I'm highly shocked and surprised that this kit is still available, but I have a feeling people are getting onto it because throw that on your order for free shipping. So cute. Great for grandparents to make little treats for their grandkids, or moms to make treats for the classroom that their kids are in, or coworkers to make and put little candies on their coworkers' desks on Halloween. Literally $21 for 15 boxes, guys. All you got to do is add the candy, and you already have a fabulous idea and a fantastic little treat box. But if you want to make your own kind of thing and you don't want these kits, then tune in, because starting August 3rd, I'm going to be doing 28 days of Halloween. And if you look forward to that every year, I'm sure you're going to love it this year as well. So check it out. All right, birthday fancy kit. This was also another one that they introduced on July 1st. Oh, by the way, the other one is not stamping, so you just assemble your box and put your pieces in it. This one is a stamping kit. It makes 12 cards, 4 each, 3 designs. Pretty cool birthday cards. If you need those, grab it. We are coming very close. Next Thursday night will be game night. So if you have not registered for game night, please do so. I need a couple more registrants. So if you have not joined, please join us for game night. It's always a lot of fun, and I would love to have you join and win some prizes. All right, so if you have any questions about that I believe is also on my website under events. So check that out. And then I have, of course, my Creativity Abounds tutorials that are available in my tutorial store. And if you want to get a jump start on Halloween, you can purchase my paper piecing projects. I have 3, 2022, 23, and 24. But they all are awesome. You just substitute different DSP, different cardstock colors, or whatever. Like, just have fun with it, because Halloween is so much fun, guys. So that's it for announcements, but the most important one is free shipping. Do not miss out on ordering during free shipping. Get something, because you have to save the 11%, plus you get your 10% back. So it's a no-brainer for me. The new paper pumpkin kit, the one I was talking about, the farmhouse florals, I think that one's going to be pretty cool. It makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. I forgot to say this. And I just think it's going to be a pretty unexpected and awesome kit. So don't pass on it thinking, oh, it's not going to be that cool. Trust me, it's going to be cooler than you think. So don't miss out on that. All right, on to the next. Here we go. Here's our paper pumpkin box. I pulled out some stuff from it already, but I do have the directions in here, which we're not going to need, but I'm going to grab my dimensionals and my tear and tape, which I don't have much left of, some glue dots. I did not open my spot, but these are the original cards. So if you missed my video for paper pumpkin, I always unbox it and make the cards just the way they ask us to. And I think they turned out pretty good. They're pretty beautiful and lots of fun. I love this little berry basket. So I'm gonna take all these elements that came in this kit and do something else with it. So let's just have fun. I'm a little nervous, so be kind to me. I'm gonna put those there. I'm gonna put the directions back in here, and let's try and get started and see what I come up with. I have no idea. So I want my bases of my cards to be white, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start with a piece of white, and I'm gonna cut it in half. Sorry, I have to turn this around to show you on your side. At the 5.5 inch mark. So I'm gonna put it right there, and we're gonna start. There's 2 bases, so I'll just grab one, and then of course I'm gonna grab my bone folder, and not my bone folder, my scoreboard, and I'm going to score both of these at the same time so that I have 2 bases ready. And I'm scoring them at 4 1/4 because it's 8.5 inches long, and that's the halfway mark. And then I will burnish one of them. I'll do the other one when it's time. So who knows what I'll decide to do with that one when it comes time. Okay, so the reason I'm using white bases is because the bases that come in the kit are double-sided, and I just feel like it's a waste to have this on the back. Don't you guys think it's a waste? It's like, I could have used that for something. So I'm gonna make all of our cards white cord so that I can use the fronts and the backs of the 4 remaining bases that I have. So what should we start with today? I saw, I don't know if you guys follow Stampin' with the catalog on Instagram, but I saw one of the designers that designs products like for, you know, sweets and stuff for Stampin' Up. One of the girls, the artists, she did this card and she weaved strips through a card base, and it was so cool. And I kind of want to do that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I should do it. I don't know what I want to start with, guys. Someone give me some inspiration. Okay, I'm gonna start with the green base. I know, weird, right? It's so solid, but we're gonna roll with it. So let me get my paper trimmer, and I'm gonna trim it. So at the 4 1/4 inch mark, and I'm gonna get a quarter of, or 2 pieces out of the 1. So here we are. Okay, here's the 2 bases. We only need 1 of them for right now. I was thinking, I really love this whole like water color wash look to our base. So see, if you put this on here, then you have that whole other base used for something else, and then no one really looks at the back of your card, and I don't know, this is what I do with Paper Pumpkin. So this was the original card that they made with this base. And let's see what pieces we have left over from our kit. So we have this huge strawberry, which is kind of cool, actually. We have some flowers left. Oh, this one wants to come out also. We have some small red strawberries. We have some more small red strawberries. We have this entire like branch of leaves with some strawberries on it. And then we have some wider strawberries and some narrower strawberries. And then that's it for the strawberries. We have a vellum rectangle and a vellum scalloped piece. And then we have 2 long scallop pieces. Oh, this one fell out. 2 of these circle scallop pieces. A berry basket. 2 of the sentiments that were used on this card here for Hello Friend, so you could do Hello Friend twice, because we have 2 of those left. Then you have 2 of these little stripe pieces left, and then some small areas to do some of the smaller wording. So that's what I have available to use. That's from the kit. But what if we cut a piece of another card base? I think we should. I'm getting wild here, guys. Wild, I tell you. What if we take this strawberry one? Let's go ahead and cut this one in half. And we just get a piece from it. Let's do 4 1/4. All right, so I'm gonna keep this base as well. And then I'm gonna bring my little trimmer out because I do like to use it. What size should we make this? Let's make it 2.5, maybe 2.5 inches square. What do you think? 2.5? Yeah, 2.5. Let's see what that looks like on here. That's pretty good. A 2.5 inch piece fits nice. And then we have this, of course, but that kind of fades on that color, so we're gonna put that back over there. Let's see. We also have these strawberries. Let's get one of these guys out. And let's, oh, see, that looks good on there. And let's get a smaller one for either side. Why don't we do 2 of those? I love that. Maybe I make this 2.5 by 2.5 because I think it would be cute. And then we're gonna need, of course, some flowers. Let me make this 2.5 by 2.5. I'm starting to get excited. This is gonna be fun. All right, 2.5 by 2.5. This is how my brain works, guys. So hopefully you're gonna love it. Okay, so we have a little square. Let's put it here. Ooh, I love it. All right. And then we'll have to put a sentiment on the bottom. Maybe some ribbon. So if we're gonna do that, I love that. Let's add a little flower. Perfect. All right. I need a piece down here at the bottom, like something for a sentiment, maybe a piece of ribbon that goes across it. Maybe strawberry slush ribbon. Let me grab that. I do have that ribbon from the In Colors. I haven't actually opened it yet, but let's do it together. It's always fun to open ribbon, right? You can never find the start. So there is, so this would be pretty across here. I already love that. I'm already loving this. This is cool. All right, so if we put that across and we tie a bow, we need a sentiment piece. Let's see what sentiment pieces we have for this set. I don't want a circle one, and this one's too big. I don't think I want a berry cup. Maybe we use the Hello Friend because it's kind of big. Let's pop it out and see. Let's see how that will look with the ribbon. So if we put this, yeah, see, this is what we need. So we're gonna put this across here like this. We'll tie our ribbon. And I think I should stamp the Hello Friend in Strawberry Slush. What do you guys think? Strawberry Slush? I think so. I'm gonna grab that ink pad. I have it actually on my desk, but I have other ink pads on top of it, so I have to get to it. There we go. Strawberry Slush. And I think Strawberry Slush will be our letters. Let's grab our stamp set. I've already used Strawberry Slush so much. So this is the largest sentiment. It's this Hello Friend. I have to grab a block. I'll use this one. Okay. So let's stamp that. I think the ribbon's gonna be pretty. So I'm gonna put that to the side. Move this over. What do you guys think so far? Not bad, right? Okay, I wish I had a little scallop for the edge or something. I only have the round though. I wish we had more scallop things. They got rid of a lot of our scallops. I loved our scallop set that we had. What was it called? Scallop contour dies. Those were amazing. All right, I'm trying to make sure I'm lined up. I think I am. Hello, friend. So that can go there. Oh, already it's so cute. I think if I don't do scallop, I think I'm going to do a white border around it because I don't have anything that's scalloped that's that large. So we're going to do a white border around, and I think that will be good. Let's put this back because we won't use it on every card. But that was a good sentiment there. All right, let's cut. So that was 2.5 by 2.5. Let's make it 3 by 3. So let me grab a scrap of basic white, and we're gonna cut it down 3 inches. By 3 inches. I like a little wide border sometimes. And let's put this on here. Oh yes, that's awesome. And it pulls the white out of that flower, and it's gonna tie into the white at the bottom, and then the ribbon is gonna be enough. I think that's enough. I love that little watercolor background. Do you think we should maybe add a little more texture to it and emboss it? I think we should. What should we emboss it with? What embossing folders do we have right now? Let's look. Embossing folders. I don't even know what we have. I know we have a polka dotted one, a striped one. The striped one might be cool. Where are you, embossing folders? There they are. Okay. So we have that little eyelet, the turtle shell, the waves, the distressed exposed brick, the birch, the plaid. I think the plaid would be cute with those polka dots. Let me get the plaid folder out and we will run that through there. Plaid folder, here we come. Where are you? Found it. Let's go with that one. And then we're ready to put our card together, and that's card number 1. I never know what I'm going to do, guys, so I appreciate you hanging in there with me. Okay. So when we do the folders, this one's a 3D, so we don't need anything but number 1, the folder, and then the number 4 plate on top. Having a hard time getting it out. There we go. Okay. Let's grab a plate number 4. This is such a pretty folder. All right, so I use that line there to help line it up. We're gonna put it in there and cover it with number 4. And give it a plaid background. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I'm so glad I did that. Okay. So I'm going to put the plaid folder away because we probably won't use the same one twice. It is so pretty though. All right, so plaid to the rescue. let's grab our machine and our plates. All right, so now we have a plaid background. Let's start gluing. We're gonna add this to the base. Oh, we're gonna put the ribbon first. Let's put the ribbon. Where's my ribbon? So I think I'm going to just cut a strip of ribbon. Let me get my ribbon scissors. And then I'm gonna tie a bow and add it because it'll be prettier. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use some Seal Plus, or Seal, not Plus, sorry. Let me make sure I have this all in the right spots. So this is gonna go up here like this. And that doesn't matter where it is right now. I just wanna get this positioned properly. Yeah, so right about there, okay. Because then this is gonna be here. I might actually move it to the right. So that's okay. This is a good spot for the ribbon. Right under that line there. So let's move these. Right under that line. Right there. I'm gonna flip this over and we're gonna add just a little bit of seal to the back of this, and then this will stick to it, see? Works out awesome. Okay. And there we go. So now we can glue this down, and once we have it glued, just gonna drop that slightly, there we go. Once we have that glued, we can tie our ribbon. So now I'm gonna use my wet adhesive. It's just my adhesive of choice. And I like to use it whenever I use an embossing folder because it helps to get the glue in all the nooks and crannies, and I think it forms a better bond. All right, so we're gonna add this to the front of our card. And I want it to be on the edge, and if I have to trim the other side, I don't want to have to trim this back end. Okay, so when you emboss a little, you get a little something something on the end. It's okay. I just want to make sure we're not overhanging here. There we go. Just a smidge showing. So I'll trim that with my scissor because I don't want to cut that ribbon. I have to be careful. There we go. And it's just a hair. Because when you shrink it a little, when you emboss. All right, so there's our front. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so pretty. Let's move these. We're gonna glue this on top of the white square. So it has a nice little border all the way around. I love this wide border. I think it's really pretty. Okay. Press it into place. Okay. And then I'm going to pop up my large berry. Or maybe I'll leave that one flat and then I'll pop up the small ones. Let's do that. Let's use some of these dimensionals that came with our piece. I'm going to use the ends here and grab 2 of those for this top section. All right. So there's that one. Then we got to add our little flower. I'm going to toggle that one. I had this one too straight, I think. Luckily I didn't do it. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna lay it kind of on its side, and then I'm gonna bring it a little higher. Then we'll make room for the flower right here. And I think I'm just gonna put the flower down and kind of tuck it under there. So that one will be flat. This is so pretty. All right, so there's that. Let's get rid of these. And then this is gonna go up here. So cool. Okay, no embellishment. I mean, not embellishments. No dimensionals. Just flat glue this on. All right, so that's gonna go about right there. This looks awesome. Just hold it in place for a minute, get it to really grab, especially in the corners. Important. All right. Now, our Hello Friend, I'm gonna raise that one up and I'm gonna move it to the right. So let's get some dimensionals on the back. I'm staggering them back and forth. Well, and then this piece I'm gonna use this for here. And I may use a couple more of these because you guys know I'm not good at restraint when it comes to dimensionals. So we're filling it up. All right. And we'll pull these off. All right, it's really cute, and we don't even have our bow yet. Okay, so let's tie our bow. Maybe about 8 inches or so of ribbon is all it takes to tie a bow. This is really pretty ribbon. I am so excited I'm finally using it. Okay, so we're going to pinch and pull and pull. Ooh, it ties such a pretty bow. I love it. Okay, I'm just gonna, I like to kind of zhuzh it up a little. There we go. All right, I'm quite happy with that. Where's my ribbon scissor? And, okay, and we're gonna add our bow right here. No one will know that it's not tied. You guys will, I'm only teasing. All right, let's get the ribbon out of the way. This is pretty. We're gonna use a glue dot. So either you can use these that are in the kit. I have some on a roll and I don't have to worry about pulling the back off or whatever. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use what I got here and add it to the knot of my ribbon. And we're gonna add that right in the center. Look how pretty that is. I love it. What do you guys think we should do for embellishments? Do you think it needs embellishments? Because the kit did not come with embellishments. So do you think it needs anything, or should we just leave it? I have lots of embellishments from lots, old ones. Let's use the Tinsel Gem 4-pack of embellishments that have been pretty awesome. They have yellow, pink, blue, like that. Let's use the pink ones, or no, let's use the yellow ones because we'll tie in a little bit of that yellow from that flower. Let's see, maybe the yellow don't look good. Let's see what it looks like. If we use the yellow, they'll have to be on the white, so I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see what the pink ones look like. Let's try that. Yeah, the pink ones show. Let's use the pink ones. So we're gonna do pink. Oops. Let's put 2 here. And then we'll add another one. This one decided it wanted to come up, so I guess we'll use it. And right there is good. There are the embellishments Pretty cute, pretty stinking cute. What do you guys think? I'm pretty happy with that. One card down, guys. All right, let's work on something else. Let's see what else I have to do. Let's see what else I can figure out. All right, move that out of the way. So this was the original, and this is what I did with it. What do you think? Pretty cool. Happy with that. Quite happy with that. All right, let's move on. Let's put this one out of the way for right now. Okay. Do we want to do a peekaboo card? I think we do. Let's grab a white base, and I'm going to go ahead and... No, maybe I want it to be... Maybe I want it to be red. I think I'm going to go with a red base. Let's cut this piece of Poppy Parade, and we'll make it 5.5 by 8.5, and then I will, oops, I almost did 5 1/4. 5.5 by 8.5. And we're gonna score it at 4 1/4, and then should we do a hole, like a punch out in the middle? I think we should. All right, so let's go 4 1/4. And I wanna put a circle, so I'm gonna grab my stylish shapes. Circle. We'll do a circle out of the middle. Let me grab my stylish shape dice. And we'll have a strawberry in the inside of the card, because that will be fun. A peekaboo kind of hole. Should we do bigger? Let's see what kind of strawberry size we have here. Let's do like one like this. So I need a bigger circle. Let's go the next size. Like that, and then we'll have a hole, and then the inside will be white. We'll make the inside of the card white so that you can see the strawberry. All right, so let me grab my big guy again. We're gonna use this strawberry. Put that over there. And we're gonna cut a hole in the center. So this time we'll need our cutting dies. So we'll need our 1, 2, and our 2 3s. We're gonna open our card, and this is the side we're gonna cut the hole out of, not the back. So we'll put it in like this, and we will center our circle as best we can. We'll do our best, the eyeball method, the good old eyeball method. And I'm gonna go ahead and push this through, and I'm gonna kind of put this at the seam so it doesn't smush my score line down. There we go. And it cut a little stitched circle. This is called a peekaboo. So we don't need our die anymore. I love these stylish shapes though, but I think I might use this large in a little bit. Let's see what happens. Let's see what I come up with. All right, so we don't need this right now, so I'm just gonna put it to the side. Inside we're gonna put white, so let me grab that scrap of, and let's see if this is big enough. We'll have to go the other way, it's okay. So we're gonna cut it down to 5 1/4. Oops, I have it the wrong way. 5¼ by 4. All right, and this is going to be the inside of our card, so we can go ahead and attach that to the inside. I'm already excited about this idea. All right, so I did not glue that very straight. Thank goodness for wiggle room. All right, there we go. Much better. All right, so there is our card. Let me use this to get it to lay nice and flat. Okay. And now on the here, we're gonna have this little strawberry popped up. So let's grab our dimensionals, and I'm gonna put a couple dimensionals there, and I think I'm gonna put just some real skinny pieces from like literally a half of a dimensional in these little, because I don't want them to fall. And they're kind of, you know, they're pointy and they stick out, but I don't want them to fall. There's one more. I thought I cut one more, but maybe I didn't. I only cut 2. Let's cut another one. Right there, and one more. I thought that I had already done those 4, but so I'm gonna add those little pieces and pull the backs off of them. When they're small like that, the backs like to just pop right off. And then that way we have a little bit of support on the greenery. So we'll add our strawberry inside. What should we do at the bottom? I think I'm gonna also put a flower with it. So I'm gonna lay it sideways. And let me grab one of the flowers. And, or maybe I'll add one of the small strawberries. Let me see if I can, no, it's down. All right, so this is gonna live right there. So let's put a little glue on it. It's gonna be flat. We'll have it kind of tucked. So kind of tucked over here, ish, like that. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right, so now we're going to do something with the bottom. Why don't we take our pink plaid and let's go ahead and chop this. I'm gonna grab my little cutter, it's easier. 4¼ Keep pulling that big one out, but I don't need it. I'm just gonna trim right down the score line. Okay. And why don't we cut maybe a 2-inch? No. Let's go with 1¼ inch of the plaid. And we'll lay that here. That's cute. And then let's put another backing behind it in solid. What color should we do? Green? Why don't we do garden green? Let's see. I have a piece. Let's see what this looks like. If we go like this. Oh, I like that. All right, let's cut it to 4¼ add that there. Add this on top. I think it might be too wide. Let's make it a little narrower. 1 1/4, 1. Oh, it is a quarter size. Let me just trim that hair off. And this kind of needs a hair off here also. All right. Let's add our piece to it. And then we'll add our whatever we're going to put for our sentiment. I like this plaid a lot. I think it's really pretty. Okay, whoops. Come on. There we go. Let's add that to our piece. All right. And then what should we do for the sentiment? Let's see what we have left in our stamp set. The thank you is kind of big, so I don't think we can go with that one. I have to trim a little smidge off this edge. Well, that's why I love this little guillotine cutter for all of these like intricate little chops. All right. So maybe, is there happy birthday? I can't remember what's in here. Let's see. We have, you're the best, love you lots, life is sweeter with you. That's pretty. Let's do that. Life is sweeter with you. And should we put a strawberry? Will this fit in here? It will. All right. So let's do this in white. Should we do it in white? I think so. I think white. Let's grab a scrap. I always have scraps around. Let's see if this is big enough. I think it is. This one might be smaller. There we go. Go with that one. And we'll run it through. Sorry guys, I have an avalanche happening on my desk. Okay. So we'll run that through. This is also from Stylish Shapes. We'll add our sentiment. We'll cut. We're going to use our little cutter this time. We don't need the big guy. This one does move my table a lot, or my mat, but it's fast, quick, and easy. All right. There's that. And it's real close. I keep it close. Hopefully I'm not out of camera now. All right, so that's that. And let's see if we can fit that sentiment. Life is sweeter with you. Should we do strawberry slush again? Or I think garden green. I think garden green. Life is sweeter with you. Let's get that stamped. I'll make sure I can see what I'm putting there. This is so cool. And we will put a strawberry. Look at that. I did re-ink my garden green ink pad, thank goodness, because when I was doing my video for the assembly and unboxing, I felt like it needed a little ink, and so we added it. All right, so life is sweeter with you. Let's add our strawberry. So we'll put it, and we'll trim off these tips a little. So I'm gonna use one of the smaller strawberries. Let's see what we got. And a flower. cute. Guys, so cute. All right, let's close this before I put my hand in it. Okay. What do you think? Isn't it precious? All right, let's trim this off so that I have the edge. Just trim off the points, just that tiny bit. Let's add this. Are we gonna add it? I think I wanna pick it up. Should I raise it? I think, yeah, let's raise it. Dimensionals, we're gonna run out of dimensionals 100% because that's the way I roll. All right, there's those. And then 1, 2, 3, and then we'll use these edge pieces right there, and another one on the other side. All right, let's take the backs off. Life is sweeter with you. Should we put I think we should put a flower like there too. Let's put a strawberry. Let's glue that flat. All right, and this little flower, I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on it, and this side, and I'm gonna put a little piece of this on one, well, I thought I cut, there we go, there we go, so that it will stick up on that one side that it's overhanging. There we go. Okay, so there's that. And should we put another flower? Should we put another flower here? Or is it too much? I think just the strawberry. I think that just the strawberry is good. All right, so there is our second card. No ribbon on this one, but it's pretty that you have your strawberry on the inside and the outside. What do you guys think? I think it turned out pretty cute. So this is what we have so far, a red and a green card. All right, let's try and do one more. How are we doing on time? I don't know, I have to look. But let me get rid of this and put this back in my scraps and throw these guys away. It's like if you tidy up a little bit, it makes it a little easier to make your next project. I think we have time for one more, and then on Tuesday of next week I'll be doing some more alternates, so that I hope you tune in for those. I kind of want to do a treat holder, and I don't know if I don't think I have enough time this time, so come back on Tuesday. I'll definitely do the treat holder then with what's left. Let's just make a card. Let's use the plaid. And we'll use that for the bottom of our card. Where's my, did I not cut enough white? I don't think I did. Let's grab another one of those. Oh, here we do. Okay. Let's fold it, and this will be our base. We are gonna add this, but not so much. We're gonna cut a little off. I wanna put like a little border, and I want the white to show. And I think I want another color. Do I want pretty in pink? Do I want, I mean, not pretty. Do I want pretty in pink? Do I want bubble bath? kind of looks good with bubble bath. Let's do bubble bath. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, and I'm gonna cut this down to 5 1/4 by 4. And then we're gonna cut, so this is gonna have the white border around like this. And then I'm gonna make the border of this, and I want to have quite a bit. So I think I need room for some strawberries at the top. So I think I want at least 2 inches, maybe 2 1/4 inches. So that would leave me with, if we're gonna do it 5, that would leave me with 1, 2 3/4. So 2 3/4 of an inch. Two and 3/4 by, I don't know if I want that much white. How much white do I want at the top? Let's see if I add this and see what it looks like. I think that much. So how wide is that? I'm just gonna make it a 3. Two and 3/4 wide, high, and we're gonna go across. We're gonna go 3 3/4, so we can have another border. Because it was 4, yeah, 3 3/4. So I have a little piece left, and that's gonna go, yep, 3 3/4, and then this one is gonna have to be, I'm gonna need it tied underneath it a little. So I'm gonna make it 2 1/2. 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. All right, so now we have our pieces. Okay. So our base is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored in half. Our bubble bath is 5 1/4 by 4. Our plaid for the bottom is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And our white is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. See how that's gonna be so far? You with me? I think I'm gonna put a ribbon around here. I think maybe an old pool party ribbon that I have. I think I have some left, or maybe another gingham. All right, and then we're gonna do some strawberries at the top and a sentiment here. So let me see what I have for the sentiment shapes. Is this too big? It's kind of big. But I kind of like it. And I might change this white out and make it pool party. 2.5 by 3 3/4. All right. Pool party to the rescue. When in doubt, use pool party, guys. I'm telling you, it makes everything better. Oh my gosh, yes, I love it. Okay. When in doubt, use pool party. So then we're gonna add this here. We're gonna have the ribbon across that piece. And I'm gonna use a pool party ribbon, most likely, an old one that is retired, or maybe I'll use the iridescent white ribbon because that would be pretty also. All right, let's go with that. And then we're gonna put a sentiment, maybe thank you in there, and we'll put a strawberry and a couple flowers around that when we get a minute to figure out what we're gonna use. So that's the sentiment. Here's a flower that fell out. And let me grab the iridescent ribbon. So we have this ribbon, it's on the last chance list, and it is like so pretty and iridescent and gorgeous. So I think it's gonna be this one, 100%. So I'm gonna go all the way around. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm just going to grab this and I'm gonna lay this where it's gonna live, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the bottom because they are going to glue one on top of the other. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue here, not a lot, just enough to bond these two pieces. Okay, and I'm gonna lift this and match it and give myself the border at the bottom that I want. I'm gonna bring it a little higher, I think. Yeah, right there and right there. So once this is glued, then I will have my border all the way around. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do. Now I'm gonna add my ribbon now that this is one layer. So I'm gonna go around the back and I'm gonna tie a bow on the side there. So I need to have enough to tie my bow. All right, so that's about good, I think, for the bow. And I'm gonna bring this one up, hold it in the corner and bring it up to the same height. And then that's where I'm gonna trim my ribbon. Okay. If you haven't grabbed this ribbon, it's pretty awesome and I love it. It works with anything because of its just iridescence, and it ties beautiful bows. So if you don't have it, grab it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tie this in this corner. I'm just gonna make sure that I have enough to tie the ribbon. All right. And I need a little less, a little this way. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're gonna kind of cinch it. We're gonna start with this one. And I think I need a smidge more on this side, so I'm gonna pull this down. There we go. All right, sorry guys, I had to even it out. And I don't want it to be twisted, so there. All right, tie my loop. Then I'll come around and through and pull. And then just readjust yourself until you get it how you want it. There we go. Okay, so there's my ribbon. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. All right, so we're gonna attach this layer onto here and I'm gonna flat glue it. So we'll get this section. Then of course we'll put some on the ribbon so it doesn't move on us, and some back there. Okay. And then this is gonna be added onto our card. See, I told you, when in doubt, use Pool Party. It is like my go-to color. It just goes with so many other colors that you wouldn't think it would go with, but it is amazing. All right, so there is that. So this is going to be, I'm gonna slide it over there. I'm gonna try to anyway. It's too narrow on this side. Let's see if I can move it without making a big ruckus. Slide there. Can I slide to this one? Come on. There we go. All right. Better. Oh, now I did it worse on the bottom. Guys, why? I'm struggling. All right, I think we're good now. I'm just gonna flatten it out. There we go. Okay. Toot, toot, toot. That's not good. Okay, we won't let that be seen. And across, make sure I had a little wrinkle back there, but no one's gonna see it. Okay, I fixed it. Sorry about that. I got crooked and then I freaked out. Okay, so let's attach this onto our card base, and then we're gonna just add our strawberries and we'll be done. So this gets added. No one will see the ugly wrinkle in the back, so pretend you don't see it. I do get a little crazy sometimes, but this is what happens when you craft on the fly, so you have to expect me to have some little mistakes here and there because this is live. I don't have these ideas when I start, so I'm bringing them to you fresh ideas. I want to bring that ribbon down. There we go. And now I have glue all over my fingers, so I have to try and get it off. Let me close this, and we're gonna put thank you on here, and we are definitely using strawberry slush for the thank you. Let's grab that. That's this little sentiment over here. Ink that up. Right in the center. So pretty. Oh, I love that. Okay, guys, 3 cards this time, and you will get probably 3 in a box next time. I will try and figure out what I'm doing, but I'm super excited about these projects, and I hope that you are liking them. So this is gonna go here. Oh my gosh, this ribbon is perfect. And then we need, let me grab my glue eraser. We need some strawberries. So let's see, we're gonna put the flower, of course. And then let's grab a couple strawberries. Let's see. Let's try this one here, and like that. And then maybe a baby. Where's the babies? Do I have any babies left? Yes, I do. One here. Okay. Do I want another one? I think one. Do I want? I think just one. One and a flower, because this is enough. This is such a cute card. And I think I want this on the pool party. All right, so let's pop this up. We're almost there, guys. We're in the home stretch. Thanks for hanging in there with me, and I appreciate you guys supporting me while I do these alternates off the fly, because it's not my comfort zone, and I appreciate so much the feedback. Let me know what you think and how you feel. So I'm gonna add this. Let's glue this little flower onto the strawberry first. You know I like to do that. It helps when you have it as a unit to then put your dimensionals. Okay, so we add that. Then we're gonna figure out, so that's gonna be flat glued. So this edge is the dimensional edge. So where's my dimensionals? Oh, here they are. Okay, so we're gonna use a little piece here for the flower, and then I think we really only need half pieces, so let's cut them. We're trying to use up the ones that came with the kit, but I have plenty of dimensionals, guys. Don't you fret. All right, so there's that. And we're gonna put glue on the other side of the berry. So that we're even. I love these little flowers that came with this kit. All right, so we're gonna add that right there. So cute. Should we put a little one down here? No. Okay. I've gone cuckoo, but we're doing it. Tucked kind of back here. So there is two. Okay. What do you think? So cute. All right, let me get all my stuff out of the way. Let's get that. All right, so here are the three we came up with today. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And I hope to see you back on Tuesday when I do another set of these. And I'm going to do a 3D. So hang in there with me. And then these were the originals that were made with the kit. And then these are the ones that I did at the bottom so far. Let me know what you think and tell me which ones are your favorite. If you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, I would love to have you join under me, and you get these great ideas. So thanks for hanging out with me. I know we went a little longer than normal, but these alternative videos tend to be a little bit longer. If you have not purchased anything with the free shipping sale, get on that, and you can get a refill for your Paper Pumpkin if you want to. If you're a subscriber, you're eligible for refills, so maybe you want a refill for this kit so you can make some of these cool alternatives that I have made for you. I'll see you next time, guys. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!